One of the most damaging things you can do is to treat your chronic pain like a physical problem, because it doesn't tell the whole story. You're only treating a part of the problem. And in some cases, it may not even be the biggest or most important part of the issue. Let's start with the medical definition of pain from the International Association for the Study of Pain. Pain is, and I quote, an unpleasant sensory and emotional experience. So let's break this down. This means that every pain sensation for every human being is always, 100% of the time, without exception, both physical and emotional. It is never just one or the other. You have emotional reactions to your pain that affect your pain experience, and your emotions influence your pain intensity and experience as well. They always interact. This is because pain does not exist where you hurt. It's actually constructed in your brain. We know this to be true as it's illustrated in phantom limb pain. Someone who has had a leg amputated can often continue to feel pain in the leg that is now gone. If pain were located exclusively at the site of injury, not having a leg should mean there would be no pain. If you want the deeper neuroscience explanation, the sensory signal goes from the body part that is injured to your spinal cord and into your brain directly into the limbic system, which is the brain's emotion center. Every sensory sensation goes through the brain's emotion center before it is felt as pain. So let's pause here for a second and get back to pain treatments. How effective can a pain treatment be if it's only treating a part of the pain? You really aren't treating pain completely if it doesn't address the emotional part. Let me illustrate with this. Have you ever had an Arnold Palmer, a tasty beverage made up of iced tea and lemonade? Let's say that the iced tea represents the physical, and the lemonade represents the emotional. If you take out the lemonade, you just have iced tea, not an Arnold Palmer. If you take out the emotional and just address the physical, you're not treating the whole Arnold Palmer pain. You can't have an Arnold Palmer without both iced tea and the lemonade. And you can't experience pain without both the physical and the emotional components. And the psychological components have a major impact on your pain processing. Stress, anxiety, depression, catastrophic thinking, negative predictions, focusing on the pain, fear of movement, social withdrawal, lack of exercise, and avoiding activities all make pain worse. But it doesn't end there. As I've said before, pain is actually a biopsychosocial experience. There's an equally important social component to your pain. Social factors, including your financial status, access to care, family, friends, culture, community, and context. Think about this example. Football players hit each other with 5 to 8 tons of force, the equivalent of hitting a brick wall in a car going 30 miles an hour. And that's just one tackle. Imagine the number of car crashes a running back goes through carrying the ball 20 or 30 times in a game. But pain tolerance is reinforced in a football player. So in some real ways, football players process this kind of pain differently, and as a result, aren't nearly as disabled or affected by it. So here's the good news in all of this. Since your pain has a biological, psychological, and social components to it, that leaves 3 major areas for intervention. And I'm going to guess that you haven't maximized the psychological or social aspects available to you. Maybe not even some of the biological components that are under your control, such as sleep, hydration, and nutrition. But by doing so, you can change both the brain and the body, the neuroscience and the biology, and calm your pain down and increase your function. When it comes to your pain, your mind and body are always connected. So stay tuned for more as we continue to help you better understand pain processing and work with you to address the entirety of your pain experience.